Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So I thought I would quickly explain just before the race video that you're about to see what I've been doing in the last 2 weeks. Now, I decided to really take control of my fitness. I really want to get very fit for the Zwift Racing League season in September, November onwards. I really want to have a strong performance. I targeted this year as, just be at my peak performance, be the best that I could be. And to do that, I'm actually working with NRC-Team, lovely guy called Constantine. Now, he approached me and said, I've seen your videos, you're pretty slow, do you want some help? No, he didn't say that last bit, but he did offer his services to me. And, as I say, he is a professional coach, and I thought I've got the time to be able to, do this now, to put in the hours. I still work full time. And but I've basically given it a go. Now, I started 2 weeks ago. I did my FTP test first of all. I'm not going to show you that video, but I'll put something up on screen now. And my FTP actually came out at 243 watts, which was not amazing, but I had some time off through sickness, as you know, and through a little holiday as well. So, I've been doing base training for the last 2 weeks, and actually Constantine's goal was to actually get that base fitness right first of all. But I did ask if it was okay to jump into a Zwift race just to see where my fitness is. So let's have a look at the video. As I say, this is work in progress. I'm going to keep you updated with how my training's going. This was a really good watch and a really good indication to see where my fitness is. Thanks for all of those that have subscribed, watch the videos, like the videos, comment, much appreciated. And it's still a great little community we've got here. Absolutely love it. And hopefully this video will help some of you. I will say the main thing for me at the moment, consistency is the key. And what I'll also do is pop NRC-Team's details in the description if you want to have a look at them. If it's the sort of thing that you're interested in, definitely give them a shout. Anyway, let's get into the video. So here we are, start of the race then, and this was a Watt Fabric No Series racing. So I do believe that they got some primes in this one, a bit like the Zwift Racing League's going to have, but I didn't actually know that until after the race, obviously. So I was just racing it like it was a kind of first to the finish wins. Now, this course is one of the newer courses that Zwift have released, so it's the ITZA Climb Finish course, and I really like it. I really like it. It kind of goes through obviously the main town here and then out into the desert a little bit, and then up through the new kind of coastal roads and then up the ITZA climb, I think. So yeah, I was really looking forward to this one because it's a slightly different route and it's a bit punchy. It's got a climb at the end, so yeah, I was kind of interested to see how my base training that I've been doing for the last 2 weeks had impacted my riding. Now, this isn't one of the new racing category races. This is kind of your usual C category, which is where I'm at the moment. And I actually, spoiler alert a little bit, I actually found this one really tough. Now, I've not really been doing any top-end racing at all, training or racing. So it's all really been base zone 2, zone 1, and a very tiny bit of tempo. So that's what I've spent the last couple of weeks doing after my FTP test. And I know that Constantine from NRC-Team said to me, we're going to be working on building that base fitness first of all, and then we're going to be looking at the kind of the top end stuff. So I was just kind of a little bit interested to see where I was at fitness-wise for this race. And you can see there, we just kind of came through the first little punchy bit, and there's a little bit of a climb here as well that we've had to negotiate. It's only a very tiny one, but at this point I felt okay, but you can see the heart rate is quite high. Now, something I have found since I came back from holiday/illness is that my heart rate has stayed slightly higher than I'm used to. Now, this could be because I'm not doing a lot of the top end VO2 max or threshold training at the moment. But at the same time, I kind of expect that. And, when I've come back previously myself and done my own kind of training, I've done quite a lot of VO2, but I completely get why we've stuck to the base fitness or base training first of all. And I was kind of feeling a little bit in pain at this point, to be honest with you. A couple of the guys up front are pushing the pace quite a lot, and for those that have watched some of my videos before, you might know that I'm not the best when it comes to having a great punch, which is the opposite of what you need for the Zwift Racing League. So this is something that I know that I'm going to be working on very soon. Now, I'm not doing too bad here. I'm kind of in the front group, which I would expect to be in a Category C race. But once again, for those that watched my previous video, you might have seen, or my previous Zwift race video, you might have seen that I kind of dropped at the last climb. So my aim for this one was to stick with obviously the front pack, and then to try and do my best to hold kind of a thresholdy effort up that last little climb and to see where I came. But yeah, I wasn't feeling great at this point, but once again, very, very understandable. Now, I actually quite like working on the base training, or the zone 2 base training, but at the same time, I am very much looking forward to getting into some VO2 max sessions. And I think now is a really good time to start preparation for the Zwift Racing League, for kind of the autumn winter time, because you know what normally happens. You know, we ride outdoors, and then Zwift fitness is very, very different to, you know, outdoor fitness, I find. Now, just to kind of update on this race, you can see someone's gone off the front there, which was very unusual. And, you know, I was beginning to think, well, maybe they are one of these people that's been riding outdoors, and the Zwift score, or the Zwift, you know, category has dropped and they're actually in the wrong category. But, you know, fair plays, I think they were caught in the end, and it was just a really, really good effort. And this is something that I'm really, and I've said this before, you know, looking forward to the Zwift Racing Score, because the eventual winner of this race, and it wasn't me, I'm afraid to say, the eventual winner of this race has won quite a lot of races, you know, previously. I think they might have won 7 out of the last 6 races, which is good for them. And yeah, they're obviously showing some really good fitness. But I think if they were in the Zwift Racing Score, it might have bumped them up already to the next category. So it kind of promotes that moving forward, like in real life. And I know I've said this before, but I really cannot wait until that Zwift Racing Score properly gets brought in. But we're still in the testing stages at the moment, so we'll just await to see what happens. Hopefully by the time Zwift Racing League comes out, that'll be ready to go. But maybe not. We'll just keep our fingers crossed. Anyway, we're just coming up to the final kind of coastal route here until we get to the climb. And yeah, heart rate has been around 160 plus, I would say. It's been quite difficult for me to get rest in this, because it's very kind of stop-start. And with a few sprint segments, I was finding it very difficult to recover. I was racing with a couple of friends on this one. So Moxie and Phil Cox, who you might have seen in previous videos. So Phil was with us at the moment, so was Moxie. And yeah, Phil and Moxie both did a great job in this race. And I'm just trying to kind of, as you can see here, as we're going up the climb now, trying to stick to over 260 watts, which, you know, theoretically is above my FTP of 243. But the FTP test that I did was a 4-minute effort, 15-second maximal, then a 4-minute maximal, and then a 20-minute maximal. So it wasn't like one of these kind of stepped ones. It was a really, really tough FTP test, and one that I'd not like to repeat anytime soon. But yeah, I know what we do it. Anyway, so we're coming up almost to the end of the race now, and overall, pretty pleased, you know, considering I've not done a huge amount of, you know, VO2 work or anything like that, or top end work. You know, I'm managing to stay with this group. I know it is a C category race, and I have been in B previous, but that's just where I am fitness wise at the moment. And yeah, I kind of think, you know, 1.7 miles to go. If I could just stay with this group to the top. Someone has, as I say, flown off the front, and they do win the race. So that was good riding from them. But I've just got a little way to go here. Still trying to draft. In my head, I was kind of thinking, well, maybe I should do a little attack, but I really didn't have anything left in the legs. And with a mile to go, I had the kind of usual mental block of trying to, you know, thinking that my job is already done as we come through the final few corners. But overall, you know, has the base training worked? Well, yeah, I feel that it's been good to put down that solid foundation. In preparation, you know, I haven't quite got the top end here. As you can see, they kind of pull away. Little snap from me. Heart rate's at 174. Mentally kind of not there yet. But, you know, overall, I think I should be quite satisfied with where I am at the moment, considering, you know, it's only really been 2 weeks back. And in those 2 weeks, it's been about 13, 14 hours of training in total. So just over 6 hours a week. So across the line here, completed the actual route, completed the race. And overall, you can see Phil just pipped me there. I actually finished in 6th position as the Zwift Power results state there. So not too bad at all. I'll take that. And, you know, overall, lots to look forward to. So I'm going to keep you updated on the training. But hope you've enjoyed the video. and I'll see you on the next one.